Dear friend, thank you for continuing supporting my channel, and a special thanks for friends who are encouraging their other friends to subscribe my channel. Please, when you subscribe, if you like the clip I made it, just simply here, you see here, it says like, and then just press like. Okay, today our lesson is continuing with TOEFL speaking. We have speaking question type 1. Then we have style number 4, we call opinion. Sometimes we call it independent essay question. When we say independent essay question, you have to have introduction, then the body of the speaking, and then you have conclusion. Okay, let's go to see what this. This type of question is asking about your opinion about a subject, where you have to support your opinion with reasons and facts in your response. How are we going to approach this? Tips. Understand the requirements and keep in mind that the question is two-part. You have to know here the question is two-part. It's not only one part. Okay, we have to be very careful. And you see it's two parts. Make a short outline for a short paragraph elaborating the first part and supporting the point of view as a second part of the question requests. Okay, here. Then support your opinion with examples and facts or data from your own experience. Here we have to support whatever you give opinion. How are we going to do this question? Strategy. To answer this kind of question, task 1, question style, then we have to do it. Think quickly and make a short outline, because you will have time to figure all the details later on. Focusing on the topic will assist you to think about the detail which will come naturally while you are speaking. Number 3, when you run out of idea, here you have to be careful. Run out of idea, still time left on the end to the end. So it is wise. It's a wise decision to continue speaking until the end. Okay, here you have to continue speaking on the 45 seconds. Let's say here if we have a question style. What characteristics do you think makes someone a good friend? Okay, then you have to explain it, how to make good friends. Explain why these characters are important. If you see, we said this kind of question we have two parts. This is part 1. This is part 2. We have to explain it. Okay, we have 15 seconds. Making notes in the 15 seconds preparation. Stating the characters. What you're gonna have characters, you have to mention it here. For example, here I choose trust and support, or characters of a good friend. Okay. Then my first point here, because I have to explain it, trust, giving support, and reasons. When I explain a trust, they have to give support why trust is a very important character for a good friend. Then also I have to, when I have supported, I have to give reasons why that trust is good. Then the second point, supporting and helping too. For example, supporting, we say trust, then we have supporting, and helping too, then you continue talk about it. Making note in the 15 seconds of preparation. Stating the characteristics, trust and support are characteristics of a good friendship. First point, trust, then giving support, and then we explain reasons why trust is very important. Second point, supporting and helping to overcome maybe some problem, then you continue. Then we give a personal experience, then you explain it why this personal experience was important to the person. Then to wrap up the speech, then you go to conclude it. You say trust and support are main elements of mutual cooperation. Then you continue, maybe added more to build a good friendship. Let's go how we gonna respond in 45 seconds. In 45 seconds, then you're gonna start starting from here. In my opinion, trust and support are the two most valuable characters. If you see here, as we said it, then you have to explain it what character you're gonna indicated that a good friendship or a good friend. Dictating my mind to best of the title of a good friend to someone. Then you see here, first of all, trust is a precious asset that every individual seeks and strives to acquire it. For me, trust is the foundation of a good friendship, and it comes first because every person's private life is a world of secrets, and having a trusted good friend will keep your secrets behind a closet door and save them in a closet casket buried in a graveyard. For instance, in the past 10 years, I had a serious gambling and drug addictions. My trusted good friend was the only person I trusted to reveal this issue. Here you could say him or her because it depends which one. You're gonna be talking about a friend, could be male or could be female. Then here you say he or she kept all these deadly serious matters until today, and no one of my family members have any information about my two addictions. My good friend kept supporting me until I was totally clean. Today I am totally gambling and drug addictions free for over 3 months. Let's go to the second one. Secondly, a good friend is in your back supporting and helping you to turn a failure person into a successful person. Having a supportive friend will be an asset into building your confidence in starting a new life. For example, after my car accident, I went through a very harsh moments where there was no one to support me in coping with my depression, which led into my gambling and drug addictions. However, my good friends' endless support was the foundation to start my long journey to overcome my depression and anxiety when I was in the rehab center. Then we have to conclude it. Because life is based on a cooperation between individuals, trust and support are the main basis of a mutual cooperation between two friends seeking to build a good friendship. Okay, that's how we conclude it. Let's look for another examples. Your city municipality has decided to reduce the funding to support the city main public library. Express your personal opinion regarding the funding cut by your city municipality. Then we say here, support you respond with details and examples. Okay, here we could make a question like this, or you could continue. Then we have 15 seconds to prepare our notes. We said that your note has to be short. Making notes in the 15 seconds of preparation. Stating the speaker's position, you have to know, are we agreeing or we disagree? Whether agreeing or disagree, give a reason. If you agree, then you give reason. If you don't agree or disagree, then you give reason. First point. Then lose their financial support. Because here I don't agree with this municipality, what they did. Then I'm saying lose their financial support. In the example, this is just short notes. Examples. To support the point, then we say limited in the service and hours of the library. Then second point we have it here. Having limited access to the library services. Then eliminating some of the library services. Then we have to conclude it. Say conclusion. Restating your position. We have to say if you agree or disagree in your conclusion again for the second time, as you did in the introduction. Then here in the conclusion you have to do it. Restating your position and presenting the reason. You have to say why you agree or disagree with them again. Let's look how we're gonna respond it in the 45 seconds of speaking. In my opinion, I believe that cutting fund by my city municipality in support of our main public library is not a wise decision. You see here, a wise decision for two reasons. If you look here, then I don't agree with it, then I have to give two reasons. First of all, that's the first reason. Many graduate students will lose their financial support coming from their part-time work in the summer reading activity programs, which is supported by the main public library for students having reading difficulties and students with special support in their schooling. Therefore, then you have to explain it to support it. Therefore, these student workers will have limited financial support because of the job cut at the public library. This means limiting in the number of the staff members providing supporting services during the library hours. Let's go to the second reason. The second reason, many residents will have a limited access to the library services because of reduction of the library hours of services, should be services here, during the weekends due to the shortness of librarian and other staff members. For example, borrowing movies or audio materials will be for a limited time for 4 hours during the library days. And also, using entertaining services offered in the library will be because of the shortage of the staff members. From my point of view, the move of reducing the main library budget funding is not a wise decision. Here you have to explain it. You see it says it's not a wise decision by the municipality, and it needs to be reviewed because it will have a huge impact on many residents of the municipality. Okay, let's go to the next one. It gives you some tips for sometimes because of phrases when you had started. For example, sketching your response into. We have main point, then we say when I was a student, then what's what happened. Or maybe you could say in my point of view, or in my opinion that, then you continue. I strongly believe, then you continue. If you have idea, you support it. Or sometimes maybe given advice. I will suggest to my coworker to do this. I will advise my friend to, then you give advice. I recommended 2 pieces of advice. Or maybe you could say, I suggested 2 pieces of advice. With no hesitation, I think that best for maybe do something. It's better to then continue. Then we sometimes, it's better to use some transitions. Then you say, using time frame and connect the idea based on the theme of the response. For example, we say here time frame. If it's in the past, then we use, if you're talking about something happened before, we use past. Something you're talking about the future, then you use future tense. If it's regularly happen or as a habit, then we use present simple. Then we use this. I strongly believe, then continue. It's better for 2 reasons, then continue. I will recommend this for my coworker for 2 main reasons. I will express my idea for these 2 reasons. I will hold to my proposal for these 2 causes, that then continue. I stick to my recommendation for 2 reasons, then you mention it. Then as, if you remember, we said minimum you have to say like supporting or presenting 2 reasons. First reason, then you say first of all, or firstly, or the first reason, why this reason is valid or more reasonable. Then you present the second reason, or you could say secondly, or the second reason. Why this reason is valid or more reasonable. Then we have to conclude it, or conclusion. You could say wrap up, or to wrap up, or to summarize it, or overall, or whatever. Summarizing all the outlined points being spoken. Thank you very much. Our next lesson will be about IELTS speaking. Then I will present tips before the test day, and also tips on the test day. Then also we're gonna start an IELTS, first part of IELTS. Then I'm gonna give tips, then strategy for a better band. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Please continue.